got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coupes, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself.
We have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Cleveland Browns.
Butker is set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
On third down, it's Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They run it with Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, There's nothing but room to run.
Gain of 12.
12 yards there and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Jacobs again, the ball carrier.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 5-yard line.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And Mariota going to run on the option. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Raymond Calais. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
this Washington 7, Browns 0. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
at their own 25-yard line.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Number 12.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep. He's got it at the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down now, it's Jacobs, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Thompson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Josh Jacobs.
But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wilson.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of the second quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Check back the line. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Grant. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
They go back to Grant, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And some space here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st down, Washington.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They're all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It's a
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Josh Jacobs.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
Josh Jacobs taking it in. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Browns 21. Washington 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be equipped.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
Yeah, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
One more time with Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 4th
quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on the play of the game now. 4th and goal. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They will run with Grant. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Bridgewater to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write it finish to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8, and I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Wilson on first down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
Complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
there?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Intercepted by Washington. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 44. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And that is going to seal this victory